right, good afternoon, everybody. You might notice that we have a special guest here today. Who? That's right. Everybody say hello. Hi. Anyway, don't worry. When they film the lectures, I think it's actually just me that you can see on the camera. So please don't be nervous and don't be shy, because they can't see you and they can't hear you, right? I have a microphone. You have no microphone. Is that right? Okay. Ginny, that's why you're sitting at the back of the room? Okay. Actually, as usual, everyone will need a partner in my class. This is a standard routine. So if you are not sitting with someone, please move your seat now before we begin. Up to you. You can choose any partner. So, for example, Ginny, you are alone right now. Maybe you'd like to join this student here. You will come over here. That's fine. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Okay. All right. How are you feeling today? Hot? Yeah, the 날씨가 풀렸어요. The weather got warm, I think. Why are you worried? Like the coming spring? So no winter this year? We just skipped over winter and spring is here? Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe, do you think it's connected to global warming? Are you worried and afraid? No, no problem. No, okay, it's easy. Are you angry? Probably not angry, maybe just worried. But in today's class, actually, we have a kind of theme for today, which we don't have every week, but occasionally we have a theme for the class. So a few weeks ago we did health, another week we did stress, another week, I can't really remember. But today we're going to be talking about one kind of emotion, and it is actually a negative emotion. We're going to be talking about the emotion of what? What do you think? That's right. Yes. Okay. So I hope that you don't become angry in today's class, but we are going to think about our experiences of anger, what makes us feel angry, what happens to us when we get angry, and how we, resolve situations, how we get over the feelings of anger. Okay? We're going to begin with a special kind of activity, a kind of worksheet, which is focused on the idea of metaphor. Yeah, metaphor. Anybody know the meaning of metaphor? Imply, okay. Anyone else? What does imply? Not to speak directly. Use a similar thing to express something else. Okay. Can you give me any example of a metaphor?
When we learn about something, we conceptualize
That's actually a very good word. Conceptualize. Conceptualize. Okay. What does that word mean? Conceptualize.
the manner of memorize for my case.
Okay, well, memorizing is about retaining information or storing information. If you look at this word concept, okay, a concept is basically an idea. Okay, an idea, usually an abstract idea. Okay? So conceptualize, when I say, how do we conceptualize this desk? How do we conceptualize love? Okay? That means, how do we think about it? Basically, what images are created in our mind? Okay, that's a very basic way of thinking about concepts. So, in linguistics, one way that metaphor is discussed is through CMT. This is conceptual metaphor theory. Okay? In conceptual metaphor theory, basically, you have two domains or two things that you are comparing. One of the things is something very difficult to conceptualize, very difficult to describe or think about. And the other thing is something that is easier to think about. Okay? So, for example, okay, this is a common conceptual metaphor that is used in English and many languages, actually. Time is money. Okay? So these are the two basic things we are comparing. Time, which is a difficult thing to conceptualize, and money, which is very easy and enjoyable to think about. Time, we can't touch it. We can't see it. What is it? How do we talk about it? How do we think about it? Well, we use another domain or another concrete thing to think about it. So, for example, we save time, right? We save time just like we save money. We spend time, right? Spend, this idea comes from money. I can give you some time, right? I can lend you some time. I can borrow some time for you. I can pay back time. If you give me some time today, I'll give you some time tomorrow. Okay? So these are ways that we think about time. Another popular one is life is a, what do you think? Woo, wow, that is very good. Okay? So life is a journey. Just like time is money, there are several metaphors connected to the comparison between life and journey, right? We say, how far have we come in our life? Or what lies ahead on the road of life? Things like that, okay? Well, today we're going to be focusing on one particular conceptual metaphor, okay? And again, we're focusing on anger, right? The feeling of anger. And feelings, emotions, right, they're not concrete. We can't touch them. So we often use metaphors to think about them and talk about them. So what do you think? Anger is what? Fire. Anger is fire. What else? Anger is volcano. Anger is volcano. Okay. What else? Oh, anger is poison. I like that one. Okay. But we won't talk about that today. But fire, volcano, what is connected about these two ideas? Fire, volcano. What's the connection? They're very hot. They're very hot. Okay, this is the key. So this is the basic metaphor that we are going to be looking at today. Anger is heat. Okay? In English and in many languages, there are many expressions, ways of thinking, and ways of speaking that use this metaphor. Okay? And that's what we're going to look at today. I'll give you an example before I distribute the sheet. Okay. Here's a word with an expression with heat, right? Hot-headed. Yeah. For example, if I say that Ginny is a little hot-headed, just an example. Please don't be angry. Sense a little anger, a little heat from the back of the room. What does that mean? She is hot-headed. What do you think? Make a guess. That's right. Okay? It means she gets angry easily. Okay? It's a personality trait, a personality characteristic. We also say quick temper or short temper. That's right. Okay? So it's the same thing. Okay? Now, how about this? Cool-headed. Again, this is some kind of word related to heat, right? Temperature. Well, many times with idioms and special expressions, words don't work exactly as they do alone. Cold and hot, yes, these are antonyms, right? Opposite words. But cool-headed and hot-headed are not exactly the same thing. Let me explain. I mean, not exactly opposite. Okay? Hot-headed, as you guessed, means someone who gets angry easily is hot-headed. Okay? But cool-headed is not used to describe people who don't get angry easily. We use it slightly differently. For example, if there's some situation in this classroom, like suddenly an earthquake, okay, or a fire, okay, what will you do? What do normal people do, right? Suddenly there's an earthquake. Yeah, ah! Right. Scream, go crazy, run away. Okay? However, if someone is cool-headed, they remain calm. Just stay calm. Okay? So that's one of the meanings of cool. Okay? So they don't get angry, they don't get excited, they don't panic, they just stay calm and cool and relaxed. Maybe not, yeah. Oh, earthquake, I'll just take a nap, yeah. Maybe not relaxed, yeah, okay. But, right, steady in their behavior, okay? So what do you think? Think about yourself. Are you hot-headed? Okay, I see a few good-ooks in the room, okay. Are you cool-headed? Anybody? Okay. You're not sure. What do you think? Are you hot-headed or cool-headed? Okay, sorry. All right. Well, we're going to do a little activity, and you will have a chance to learn some expressions and also look into yourself and find out about your personality. Hi. Can I ask you to maybe join this group over here? I don't like people to be alone in my classroom, so thank you. Here you go. You're welcome. Here you are. You're welcome. Here you are. Okay, so let's take a look at this together from the top. What is the title? What do you see at the very top of the page? Yeah, the anger meter. Now, what is a meter? I'm not talking about the unit of length. I'm talking about kind of a machine or a device. What do you use a meter for? For length or also temperature, size, like a thermometer, right? Thermometer. Yeah, thermometer. Yeah, that's a thermometer. Thermometer, a heat meter. Oh, it's okay. I'm not angry. Don't worry. Okay. A meter is used to measure. Okay, all kinds of meters are used to measure. So this meter measures anger. Okay? Take a look at this gray line, right? On the left you can see 0, and to the right we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? So the bottom of the meter, 0, what are the words under that number? Yeah, not at all angry. Okay? How about 5? Extremely angry. That's right. Okay? So we're going to look at several situations, 11 situations. I want you to imagine that situation and decide how you would feel if that happened to you. Okay? Next to each situation, there is a space. So please write a number. Any number from 0 to 5, right? If you feel nothing in that situation, right, you're not angry at all, write a 0, right? If you feel very angry in that situation, write a 5. And if you feel something in between, write, 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. Up to you, okay? All right, let's take a look at these situations and we'll try reading. Can you please read number 1? In what? What is that word? Anybody know? Actually, Q. The pronunciation is Q. What is a queue? This is a very common word in England. A line. That's right. Wait in a line. Wait in a queue. Okay? So imagine you are at E-Mart or the movie theater, and you are waiting in the line, and suddenly somebody whoosh, moves in front of you. Actually, in America, we say cut. Say chigi. Yeah, someone cuts in front of you. Okay? How do you feel? No problem? Okay? If you feel no anger at all, please write a 0. If you feel extremely angry, write 5. If you feel something in the middle, please write that number. Okay? But everybody, please think, imagine, and write a number. Any 5s? No? Okay. All right. Let's move on to the next one. Can you please read number 2?
You are stuck in traffic for an hour.
Okay. What does this mean, stuck in traffic? Yes, that's right, a traffic jam. Okay. Every week when I come back from Daegu to Seoul, okay, if I take a bus, there is always a traffic jam. Just outside of Seoul. So the road is very fast for the first 3 hours, and suddenly it's a parking lot, basically, okay? In that situation, I try to stay cool, but sometimes people explode, right? They get very angry. So what do you think? In your case, no problem? 0.
Same place?
Maybe not in exactly the same place, but it's moving very slowly. So for example, on the holiday season, right? You go to your hometown. Usually it takes, 1 hour to get there. But during the holiday season, it takes 5 hours? Really? 5 times? Okay. So 12 hours? Really? Why don't you just stay there? Then you can save time, right? Anyway, yeah, so stuck in traffic for 1 hour. Of course, your car is moving little by little, but, there is a traffic jam for 1 hour. So how do you feel? Please think and write the number from 0 to 5. Okay, let's try number 3. Can you please read number 3? Handsome gentleman at the back. Thank you very much. Okay, what does this mean? You are given the wrong change. Okay, for example, I go to the supermarket and I buy some Let's Be, right? What's the price of this? Maybe 400, 500? 500? Okay. I bring this to the cashier and I pay with 10,000 won, green money, right? Okay? The cashier takes my money and gives me maybe 500 won. 500 won coin as the change, right? I gave her 10,000, she gave me back 500 coin. Okay? But I didn't notice and I walk away. Then 5 minutes later, huh? Then I notice. Okay? So that means she gave me the wrong change. So how do you feel? No problem? Okay, or very angry. Please.
It depends.
Of course it depends. Yeah, of course it depends. Just in that situation, what do you think? Yeah, give your general average feeling, right? Okay, let's go to the next one. Number 4. Can you please read number 4? or your wallet. Okay? Let's just say you lost your wallet. Okay? This has happened to me before. It's a very terrible experience. I hope it doesn't happen to you. Have you ever lost your wallet? How did you feel? Extremely crazy. Okay, all right. If it hasn't happened to you, right, just imagine. Right? You lost your wallet, how do you feel? No problem, write a 0. Very angry, write a 5, or something in the middle. Okay, let's look at number 5. Can you please read number 5?
Someone makes up stories about you.
Okay, what does this mean? Makes up stories about you. What kind of story? Gossip. That's right. Rumors, lies. Okay, someone makes up a false story about you. Okay, how do you feel? From 0 to 5, please think and write a number. Okay, and number 6, please read.
Someone makes a comment or expression of you that you completely disagree with.
Okay, so someone makes a comment or expresses a view. Expresses a view. What's a view? That's right, an opinion, an idea that you disagree with completely. Maybe something about politics, maybe something about religion, maybe something about society, right? But it's something that is completely the opposite of what you think or believe. Oh, I feel a little heat coming from here. Okay, so how do you feel, right? No problem, 0. Crazy explosion, 5, or something in the middle. Please think and write a number. Okay, number 7. Can you please read number 7?
Someone insults you in the street or calls you name.
Okay, very good. What is insult? Not ignore. Insult is actually a kind of speech. You insult someone. You can insult someone in many ways, actually. If I ignore you, right, that can be insulting, yes. But in this situation, someone insults you in the street, that means they said some bad words to you. Okay? And the second one, calls you names, the same meaning, right? Calls you names means not, Miss Kim or Mr. Lee or something. A name means a bad word. A bad word. Okay? And in the street, basically that means it's a stranger. Right? When I say someone calls you bad names in the street, that means it's a stranger. Suddenly a stranger approaches you and says, "Hey, you beep," something. Okay. So how do you feel from 0 to 5? Okay, and number 8, can you please read?
You make a silly mistake.
Okay, very good. Yeah, a silly mistake. This mistake doesn't hurt other people. It's just your mistake. Right? Maybe you forgot your keys at home. Right? Something like that. Okay, so from 0 to 5, what do you think? And number 9, can you please read?
You see something you think is unfair, but you can't do anything about it.
Okay, let's think about this for a moment. You see something you think is unfair, but you can't do anything about it. What does that mean? You can't do anything about it. What's the meaning?
It's some kind of mandatory.
Mandatory thing?
Don't influence me.
Doesn't influence you? Well, the key here is that you can't, right? Can't means unable, which means you don't have any power to change that situation or influence that situation. For example, this happens often at work or in school. Okay? When you are a young student in school, right, the teacher is always blaming somebody, right? Maybe she came late, he forgot his homework, maybe someone wrote some bad words on the board. The teacher blames somebody, okay? Maybe you know the real guilty person, but the teacher blames the wrong person. So that's unfair, but as a student, right? You have no power. Right? The teacher is the boss, right? I'm the boss now. Or at work, your boss is the boss. You can't do anything. You see it, you think, oh, that's so unfair. But you can't change the situation. You understand? Okay. So, what do you think? From 0 to 5. All right. 2 more left. Let's continue. Number 10. Okay, what does that mean? Taking advantage of you. That's right. Someone is using you. Right? Especially someone is pretending to be your friend. Right? Smiling in your face. But actually, they're just using you to get some advantage from you. Does that happen to you? Okay. Maybe some of you can think of some situations of your own experience, and we'll talk about that in a moment. Okay, finally, number 11. Could you please read number 11? Yes, you. Okay, I love this one. You are talking to someone, but they are not listening. Okay? How does that make you feel? From 0 to 5. Okay? So, please make sure you have a number next to each sentence. And before we continue, do you have any questions about the words from these sentences? Any questions? Are all of the meanings clear to you? Everything okay? All right. So, unclear? Clear? Unclear? Crystal clear? Do you know this word? Yeah, what's crystal? Kind of jewelry, kind of precious gem or something. Is it foggy or clear? Very clear, right? So when you understand something perfectly, you say, it's crystal clear. Okay? So many people, as a kind of a fun way of talking, person A, person B, person A, is that clear? Crystal. Just crystal. Is that clear? Crystal. Exactly, yeah. Perfect. Okay. So it's time to find out about the hot-headed people in the room. Please find the total of all your numbers. Okay, please add them up. You understand? You have one number for each sentence. Please add them together. Dohagi? Math? 계산? Find the total. Calculate. Crystal, is it clear? Okay, so you should have a total number. I'll give you a little time. I know math is very difficult. Still adding over here. Okay, Steve, what's your total? Okay, sorry. Anyone finished? You have good math skills? Still adding? Found your total? How much? It's okay, everyone will say, don't worry. Okay, 39. 37. Okay, we won't write it. 70? That's not even possible, yeah. 17, wow, very cool. Okay. Ooh, okay.
42.
Okay. It's the highest so far. 21, okay, very cool. 47? Okay, well, be careful. 32, okay. 25, okay. 30? 29. 34? 28? 16? Oh, I think that's the 22. Okay, so we have the coolest over here and the hottest over here. Please remember, congratulations, the winners. Okay. All right, we're going to continue. There's one more step to this activity, and that is part B. Okay, so please take a look at part B. What is the title of part B? What people say. That's right. Yoon, can you please read the instructions for us?
This is what some native speakers said in answer to the above questions. What happened? Let's the answers to the situation in A.
Okay, so we're going to look at 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll just look at the first 5 quotes. Right? These are real quotes from people, native speakers, and they are quotes that match these situations. Okay? So one part of this activity is understand the quote and try to match it to the right situation. Okay? More importantly, you will see that every quote has some kind of language expression which uses this metaphor. Remember, anger equals heat. Okay? So let's start with the first one. Can you read the first situation for us? The first quote?
I hate when that happens, especially if it is someone I know who is spreading lies. It makes my blood boil.
Okay, so what do you think? Which situation does this match? Number 5, I think that's right. Yes. Okay. Now, look carefully. Where is the heat expression? That's right. Okay? It makes my blood boil. What is boil? What do you say? Google or something? Google. What's the word? Yeah. Hot water, right? When you make ramyeon, right? You have to boil the water. So you are so angry that your blood is boiling. Like ramyeon blood, okay? That's a real expression, okay? It makes my blood boil, right? It makes me very angry. Okay, can you read the next quote, please?
The other day, that happened to me. What was this woman just took my place without saying anything and denied it. I just blew up at her.
Okay, very good. So what situation does this match? What do you think? Okay, number 1, why? Why do you think number 1? That's right, okay? In fact, that's correct. The key is the woman just took my place, okay? When you stand in line, okay, we say, that's your place in line, right? If I have to go to the bathroom, I'll ask my friend, hey, please hold my place, okay? So the woman took my place means she cut in front of me, okay? Now, where is the heat expression? That's right, okay? Present tense, blow up. Past, blew up. What is the actual original meaning of this word, blow up? Like, what does this word mean? Okay, blow up, a synonym is explode. For example, a bomb blows up. Dynamite blows up. A missile blows up. Blow up means explode. Yeah, the same meaning. Okay? So again, that's heat, right? When your anger is so huge that it explodes, right? That means you blew up. So please don't blow up at me.
Doesn't that have another meaning like punch or hit?
Blow up, punch, or hit. Well, a hit or a punch is called a blow. I gave him 3 blows, yeah. But blow up? Not really. There is another meaning for blow up, which is not connected to heat, but that's okay. So another meaning means when some very small thing, an insignificant sasohan thing becomes very big. Right? It's not something important, maybe a small mistake. I made a small mistake, but suddenly everyone is talking about it. Okay, that means it blew up. Just like a balloon can blow up. Or expand, yeah, expand, yeah. But blow up means it became very popular for some reason. Okay, usually we use that for some negative situation. Right? Okay, let's go to the next one. Steve, can you read the next one?
And I am right to start the heated argument with someone, especially over personal issues.
Okay, so everybody, what do you think? Which situation does this match? That's right. Okay, number 6. When someone expresses a view or opinion or belief that is the opposite of yours. That's right. Okay, how about the heat expression? Very simple in this sentence. That's right, okay. A heated argument. And what does that mean, a heated argument? What do you think? What's the difference between we had an argument or we had a heated argument?
The person arguing in rage or in anger.
Yeah, that's right, okay. Rage is a good word, actually. Rage. That means extreme anger, right? Rage. That's right, a heated argument is a very angry or passionate argument. Angry or passionate argument with rage.
Can I ask you a question again?
Of course.
Does passionate have a negative meaning and also positive meaning of things?
Passion can be both negative or positive. It actually refers to the degree of emotion. So if the emotion is a negative emotion, it will have a negative meaning. If it's a positive emotion, it will have a positive meaning. So you could say that it's actually neutral in that sense. It just reflects that emotion.
Excuse me, how about blood boil? Blood boil, does it have a positive meaning?
Well, it has the same meaning that anger has. So is anger a negative thing or a positive thing? When you feel angry, is that a good feeling or a bad feeling? Maybe different for different people, but I think for most people it's negative. It's bad. So when you say, that makes my blood boil, you are not happy. Yeah. That means something that makes you angry. So usually anger is considered a negative emotion. Okay? But maybe some people enjoy anger. You know, I don't know. There's some crazy people in the world. So maybe, some people like to get excited and angry. I'm not sure. Yeah. But usually negative. Yeah. In fact, I think all of these expressions can be considered negative because they are expressions of anger. Okay? And by the way, please feel free to ask questions anytime. You have unlimited right to ask questions in this room. So.
Korean expression, there is 이끌는 전류. It's very, it means so energetic. Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting because, a lot of these metaphors, sometimes they translate over to other languages and sometimes they don't. So this is an interesting point where it's almost the same words, right? But actually the nuance is quite different. Okay? In English, blood boiling is always about anger and negative emotion. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. So that's used to describe a situation where you are... Oh. A youngster has boiling blood? Do you have any expressions in Korean that use this idea, heat and anger? Like... 열 is, yeah, 열, fever, fire.
fever. 열받는다.
Affected by heat, which means,
열받는다.
that means angry?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Any other ones that you can think of?
스팀 받는다.
Like steam, 찜.
찜.
Again, that means angry, the steam, whatever, yeah, coming out of your ears like the cartoons. That's funny.
There is a kind of disease in Korea, 화병. 화 is
Anger.
Yeah, anger.
화가 나다, 화를 내다. Yeah.
Chinese character 화. Yeah. Yeah.
화요일, yeah, fire. So 화병 is anger disease?
From anger.
Oh, wow, 화병. I've never heard that before. So yeah, it's interesting that, conceptual metaphor theory, which I wrote on the board, many of these metaphors, life is a journey, anger is heat, time is money, many of the basic metaphors are universal. That is, they occur in most languages. However, when you see how the metaphors are specifically realized in particular expressions, sometimes those are different. Okay? So that goes to show that, these are idioms. You can't always just use any word for heat to mean anger. For example, I can't say, my head is in the microwave oven, or my heart is 500 degrees, or something like that. That has no meaning, okay? So the particular expressions are specific. Okay. Where are we? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's look at number 4. Can you please read the next one?
If it is a hard day and I'm going to work, then yes, it is very possible that I will lose my.
Okay, so what do you think? This one is a little tricky, a little difficult. Which situation does it match? If it is a hot day and I'm going to work. Number 2, I think, is a good match, yeah, because when you're going to work, right, you have to be there on time. That's very important, right? If you go to work late, maybe your boss will be angry, or maybe your coworkers will be angry. Oh, why is she coming late? Is she special? Or something like that. So if you're stuck in traffic on the way to work, yeah, it can make you angry. Okay? So where is the heat expression? That's right, okay? Lose one's cool. I'm going to give you 2 expressions here, actually. You can lose your cool, or you can keep your cool. Okay? So heat equals anger, right? Which means coolness, right? Coldness is the opposite. The lack of anger, the absence of anger. So your cool is just your normal, relaxed, calm self. Okay? It's like a refrigerator that you carry with you. If you lose your cool, right, your cool feeling whoosh, is gone, and temperature goes up, and you get angry. Okay? So we often use this expression by saying, don't lose your cool. Or he always loses his cool. Or the opposite, I can say, hey, keep your cool. Right? Don't lose it, but keep it. That means stay calm. Right? If there is an earthquake, please try to keep your cool. If there's a fire, try to keep your cool. It means stay calm. Okay, and let's look at one last one. And want to read it? Not the final one, but oh yes, like the cake.
Yes, the other day my boyfriend said to me and
Huge argument, what?
he never seems attention when I'm talking to him.
Okay, very good. Which situation does this match? Number 11, that's right. Okay, has this happened to you? I hope not. Okay. And what is the heat expression here? Can you see? Is this too low? Yeah, that's right, okay? Erupt. Okay, a huge argument erupted. What does this word mean? When is this word usually used? That's right, okay? This is the verb that we use for volcanoes, right? A volcano, can you see that? Is it too low? Okay, don't be angry, please. Okay, so an argument, a fight, erupted. So this word, the original meaning, describes a volcano's explosion, as he did this body language. Very interesting, okay? So when an argument erupts, that gives the image of a volcano, which is a huge explosion of heat and fire and lava and magma and smoke. So is that a small argument or a big argument? Extremely big one, a heated argument, high temperature. Okay? All right, and the last one we're just going to skip because I think that applies to every situation. Okay. It's just about the halfway time right here, so first I'll ask for questions one more time, and then we'll take a little break. Okay? So we're going to move on to the next activity. Take a final look, a final glance at the paper, and if you have any questions about it, we can talk about those questions now. Okay? Anything that you are not sure about?
Fourth sentence, section B.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes.
Isn't it clear? Still clear to me.
Okay. If it is a hot day and I'm going to work, then yes, it's very possible that I will lose my cool. So remember that each of these quotes are responses to these situations. In other words, they asked several native speakers, you know, if this happened to you, would you get angry? Kind of a question, like a survey. And this speaker said, okay, so the question here, imagine you are stuck in traffic for an hour. Would you get angry? Would you become angry? And she answers, if it is a hot day and if I'm going to work, then yes. It's very possible that I will become angry, that I will lose my cool. So in other words, she's saying, normally traffic doesn't bother me. It's, you know, it's not bad. I don't mind. I'm cool-headed. I keep my cool. But if it's a hot day and I'm on my way to work, then yes. Okay? Anybody else? Are you clear? Crystal. Okay. Then we're going to take about a 10-minute break. So please relax, enjoy yourself, have a snack. Let's continue. We're going to do a little Q&A. If you are new to my class, actually most of you are not new, but if you are new to my class, Q&A is a short activity that I do every week, and usually it's not here, right? Usually Q&A is at the beginning of the class. But because the Q&A involves, you know, the idea of anger, I wanted to wait until we have a chance to discuss some words that you can use to describe your anger, okay? So we're going to do Q&A in a few minutes, but first we're going to do a little brainstorming. Do you know brainstorming? Okay. Noe sonaki. Noe sonaki. Not direct translation. Okay. Anyway, it basically means just we're going to make some ideas. We're going to think very quickly. Okay? So anger. Do you know any other English words that are synonyms or words or expressions that have the same meaning? Okay, rage. Yeah, that's right. Okay, very good. Actually, we're gonna change this a little bit. Angry, yeah, angry. Temper is connected, right? Hot-tempered, right? Cool-tempered, okay. Okay, perfect. What did you say? Upset. Okay. Now, oftentimes words are like satellites. Okay. In fact, no words are perfect synonyms. Okay. I believe that in language, there are no perfect synonyms. There are no two words that mean exactly the same thing. Okay. And in this case, actually, there are several differences here. Okay. For example, if I say I am angry, or if I say I am enraged, what's the difference? Okay, do you remember we talked about rage before? Do you remember what I said? What is rage? That's right. Rage is extreme anger. So if I say I'm angry or I'm enraged, which one is more extreme? Enraged is a very high degree. It's like super angry. Okay, in fact, this is a great expression. I don't think I've taught you this in class before, but this is one of those great expressions in English that you can use it for any adjective, really. Okay, and it sounds very natural. If you say, I'm super hungry, she's super angry, it was super interesting. Any adjective is fine, okay? Anyway, that's not today's point, okay? Huh? Super interesting, very good. Okay, so to be enraged means to be super angry. Okay, how about mad and angry? Positive? Okay, negative. Okay, there's some slight difference between British English and American English for this word. In the U.S., okay, mad usually means angry. My blood is boiling. No, just kidding. Okay, and in fact, Americans use this word much more than this word. For example, don't be mad. I can't go to your party, but don't be mad, please. Okay? In the UK, however, it's used in a different way. That's right, okay? Yeah, in the UK, British people often say, are you mad? Right? It means, are you crazy? Right? Are you insane? Okay, so remember that. Okay, for American English, this means angry, and for British English, it means insane. Actually, in American English, crazy has a good meaning, but that's not today's lesson. If you want, we can look quickly at that, but this is a separate word. Yeah, in America, most people use this word to mean very interesting. Like, I want you to meet my friend. He's so crazy. It means his personality is very lively and active and interesting. Okay, so in the U.S., crazy usually has a good meaning. Okay?
I love you, so I'm crazy about you.
Yeah, I'm crazy about you. Yeah, or I'm crazy about chicken, or anything. Yeah, I'm crazy about something. Okay? And you can also use I'm mad about. Okay? In England, I am mad about you. Okay? But in the US, that means I am angry about. Right? I am mad about the mistake you made. Okay? In the US, that means angry. Okay? I'm mad about you in the UK means I'm crazy about you. I love you. Okay? How about upset? What do you think? Okay. Yes.
She's a nurse. So she wants to know the situation of
Psycho? Okay. Okay, yeah. Mental illness, usually, crazy is okay. If I say, I have an uncle who is crazy, with just a serious voice, yeah, that means mental illness. But if I say, you should meet my uncle, he's so crazy, that means just interesting personality. Psycho is usually used to mean insane. Or scary, yeah. If I say, don't talk to that guy, he's kind of psycho. It means his mental health is not very good, so stay away. Psycho, crazy often has a positive meaning in America. Psycho, usually negative meaning. Yeah, or literally about mental health.
Can we express that kind of person, insane person? He's insane.
Yes, yes. Yeah.
Both of countries.
Insane, yeah. Insane usually also refers to mental health. Usually.
US and UK.
Usually, yes, usually. Yeah, not all the time. You can say, for example, wow, there's a sale at the department store today. The prices are insane. That's okay, right? Prices have no mental health. But that, so it's very clear.
And I have heard psycho is a abbreviation of psychopath.
You can think of it as an abbreviation, yeah, but it's also a root. It's a word root that comes from Greek. So path, do you know, like pathology? A doctor who is a pathologist. What's pathology for the nurse?
I don't know.
For example, Dr. House. Do you know Dr. House? Anyway, he is a pathologist. Pathology means something wrong, basically. Dr. House's job is to find out what's wrong, find out what the disease is. So psychopath, psycho means spirit, mind. Path means broken, right? Problem. So psychopath means some problem with the mind. So
Crazy people equal psychopath people.
class?
Are crazy people another called psychopath?
Actually, psychopath is usually used in a particular situation. Usually in crime shows, you will see two words. One of them is there's psychopath and sociopath. So if you watch any crime shows like CSI or Criminal Minds, yes, I've been watching that lately, you will hear these words quite often, and you'll notice path is in both, which means there's some problem with that person. Psychopath is someone who is mentally insane and usually also a criminal. Okay, so usually when you hear this word, it's about a criminal. For example, a serial killer. They're crazy and they're a criminal. However, sociopaths are not crazy. Their minds function normally. However, they have a problem with the way that they relate to people. Usually they are not able to feel empathy. That means empathy is the feeling of understanding of other people's feelings. I know how I feel, and if I see you crying, I feel that too. It's empathy. I can understand your feeling. I can feel your feeling. Right? Why do we behave as good citizens? There's law, but there's also empathy. Right? Okay. Sociopath feels no empathy, so they just do things to satisfy their own feelings. Okay, so they're slightly different.
I have a question. Do you know schizophrenia?
Yes. Yeah.
And depression, depressive mood, manic disorder.
Manic depression, yes.
It's called same for crazy people to.
Okay, schizophrenia is the technical professional term for insane. So when we talk about insanity, real insanity, that's schizophrenia. Schizophrenia, yeah. This is going to be hard. It's a So that means your reality is not the same as most people's reality. Completely different from normal person. Okay. So that is literally insane. Okay. However, depression or manic depression, much less severe than this. Depression, excuse me, everybody feels depression sometimes. And manic depression, this is like a medical class here. Actually, manic means very high energy and high emotion. So manic depression is when someone swings back and forth. Very excited and high energy one day, and then suddenly very depressed and down. Okay, so mood swing, back and forth. Are you, 혹시? No, okay, all right. Don't be angry. But yeah, manic depression is also much more common and normal than schizophrenia. Schizophrenia is a serious condition. Like, if you have schizophrenia, you cannot function in the world. You must take medication, or you are living in another world. Yeah, it is insane. Manic depression, many people have it, but they're normal. Yeah. No problem. Good questions. Anyone else? Okay. All right, so we're going to just look at a few more words here. This word is a word that is often misunderstood when I use it, so I wanted to cover it today. If I say I'm upset, okay, there are two different meanings. There are not two feelings together, but they're two different meanings. If I say, I'm really upset about what you did to me, so just don't talk to me right now. That means I'm angry. Okay? But if I say, I'm feeling a little upset today, could you talk to me for a while and make me feel better? Right? I feel a little lonely and upset. Then that means sad. Okay? So it's a kind of word where it's case by case. Right? If I look sad and I say, I'm feeling upset today, then you say, why? Why are you angry? It doesn't match the situation, right? So look at the situation, look at the emotion, look at the context, and then you will know, right? Is that person sad or is that person angry? Say, I'm a little upset right now. Watch out, because maybe teacher or the boss is angry. Understand? Okay. And finally, I'm going to teach you kind of some special expressions. And that's here. Okay, our words of the week. That's right, ticked off, right? After k sound, just tick. Okay, these are our special expressions for this week. If I say I'm ticked off or I'm pissed off, what do these mean? Ticked. A tick is like a check mark. Ticked off. I don't know where the expression comes from, but the meaning is angry, very simply. Okay? Now, a little warning. If you look at this word, it is derived from a kind of a bathroom word. Okay? This word originally means sobyeon. Okay? So it's not a dirty word, but it's, it has an element of dirtiness in it. That means, for example, you hear this on TV all the time, right? On American TV, you cannot use dirty language, right? Some words are banned. This word is okay. So it's TV safe. You can use it with your friends. You can use it at work, but for example, I won't say this to my grandmother. Do you understand? There's kind of levels of politeness in language, okay? this is not a dirty word, right? My language is pretty clean. But I will say this to my friends, I'm pissed off today. And I feel comfortable teaching it to you. It's not bad. But if I'm speaking to my grandmother or my professor, okay, I won't, not a professor like me, but my high VIP professor, I won't use a word like this because it's a little bit dirty. You understand? So just remember that and be careful. If you're in that kind of very polite situation, avoid this word. Okay. However, this word is completely 100% clean. Okay. So if you want to be absolutely squeaky clean all the time, you can say, I am ticked off. You understand? Clear? Okay. All right. Okay, so finally, we're going to do a little Q&A. That means with your partner. Very simply, I'd like you to first think about this question and then ask and answer back and forth with your partner. Okay? On our anger meter quiz, do you remember the anger meter? Nobody got a score of 0. I know. Okay, I think the lowest score was 17, which means everyone gets angry sometimes. Okay? So ask your partner, when was the last time you got angry, right? You got ticked off or enraged or, upset or pissed off. Up to you. You can use any words that you want. Okay? And also, of course, follow-up questions, right? What happened? What was the cause? How did you react? What did you do? Did you, punch? How did you resolve the situation, right? Are you still angry now? Or did you get over it? Did you get past it? Okay? So, your partner disappeared?
Yes.
Are you angry?
Maybe.
Okay, fortunately, another student came to the class a little bit late. Would you like to join her? Okay, great. Okay, so I'll give you about 5 or 6 minutes with your partner. Please, back and forth, ask and answer. You may begin. Can I use that? The blue book? Oh, thank you.
My job is take care of the children. Because they were they made noise so many times I have to explain to them.
Cookie? What happened? Cookie?
My job is to take care of the children. Is the kindergarten. So, yeah. It's time to clean up.
The children clean up the school? Easy. Very easy. Do you know? Very easy. Okay. The difference between these words, this is a derived word. Tick is the verb, ed is the affix. It's a derived word. Okay? So it follows the rules for ed suffix. Ed suffix is, what is it? T or d. Okay, I think the rule is after voiced sounds d, after voiceless sounds t, after alveolar sounds. I think that's the rule. I can't remember exactly, but if the word ends with a T or a D, like bat, batted, right? Or think of any verb that ends with T or D.
Bad, batted.
Right, exactly. Matted. That's right.
D로 끝나면 rust spring is D is T. K also.
K is voiceless.
위태요?
K is voiceless. So just T. This is a voiceless sound. So ticked. ticked 아니고 그냥 ticked. What is this?
그러면 wicked, not wicked, wicked.
No. This word is not derived. This word is not... Okay. This is a derivation. This is a verb plus ed. This is not verb plus ed. This is original root. Okay? Original root does not follow these rules.
So we should pronounce wicked
Yeah.
because of the tick.
These rules are only for this suffix.
그러니까 위에 거는 동사고
예, 이것은 그 어근 아세요? 어근, root. Yeah. This is 어근 plus 꼬리. 돼요? This is a whole thing, 어근. That works for every situation.
This correct pronunciation is wicked.
Wrong. Definitely wrong. If you say wicked, you are following the suffix rule. This is not a suffix. This one root. So wicked. Ticked off because that's a suffix. Suffixes follow this rule. But this is just spelling. It's not suffix. Crystal clear? Okay.
I am taking a class. There was assignment.
Okay, everybody. We're not finished yet. I will let you continue talking, but after 1 or 2 minutes, we are going to the final stage of Q&A, and the final destination of Q&A is reporting, and that means some of you will tell the class something about your partner. Okay, so please continue talking if you like, or you can prepare in your mind or prepare on the paper what you want to say. Okay? So remember what your partner told you, and some of you will report at the end of class. Okay? Okay, continue.
Okay, so I am taking off.
It's time for the final destination. Before we begin, I want to point out one pattern. Take a look at the top of the board. I saw many people talking about anger and some situation where your anger was caused by another person. Okay, in that case, the preposition to use is this, at. Right? I got angry at my brother. Okay, I got angry, and that, of course, means, what is get here? That's right. I became angry at my brother. Got angry at my brother. Okay? However, Mosquito? Steve? Hunter Jr.? Okay. How about this case? Okay? Are you angry, me? That's right. Okay. So get angry at somebody, right? Become is like motion, right? Think of metaphor. Become is like motion. So it's pointed at somebody. There's a path to the motion. Get angry at somebody. Be is a state. No motion. Okay. Be angry with your mother. Be angry with me. Are you angry with me? Are you angry at me? Actually, at is also okay. Are you angry at me? Also okay. At is better. Yeah, at is better. Yeah. These are typical uses. Okay. Also, somebody asked a question here, which you know the answer, so please don't give the answer. Right? Ticked. Okay? So we have this word with an ed ending, but you know it comes out as just a t, right? No vowel here, just ticked. Ticked. Okay? But with the word wicked, now we have two syllables, right? One syllable, ticked. Two syllables, wicked. But also ed. Why? Ticked is also one word. Two syllables, yeah, but why? Why not ticked? Or why not wicked? You're very close. Your answer is very close.
Come from verb. Verb plus ed maybe.
But wicked. Okay, this is the key. It doesn't matter verb or adjective. The key is that this is a derived word. It's a root plus an affix, a root plus a suffix. So in this case, you have three rules, right? Sometimes t, sometimes d, and sometimes id or whatever, right? There's three rules. Do you know those rules? Okay. Wicked is not derived. It's not root plus suffix. It is a root, right? You can't break it apart. So these rules do not apply. It's just a coincidence. The spelling is the same, but the structure is completely different. Huh? Interesting. Super interesting? Okay, so we're going to do a little reporting. I think we have about 15 or 10 minutes left. Why don't we start over here? So which one of you would like to report? Just one. Oh. Okay, woo! Okay, so please tell us about your partner.
Okay, I will report about my partner. Her name is Jeannie, and as I told you, she's a nurse. So I guess she has many experience to get angry at someone. But let me explain only one case.
Okay.
1 week ago, his coworker.
His?
Her co-worker, actually he's a doctor, told her, said to her, you are a special person, and he added her as a crazy person. So at that time she was really upset.
So special means crazy?
She thought like that, but later the doctor changed it, added, explained more about his mention.
Sujunged?
Sujung. How do you say?
Amended?
Amended.
Yeah.
He's saying he meant crazy means special. Special.
Is that a good thing?
Yeah, it was not a good thing. So, she pretended to forgive him because he's a doctor.
Pretended to. So she was not sincere.
He doesn't still like him. He still thinks he's a bad guy.
Okay. Yeah, that means she was not sincere. She was insincere because you apologized, or forgave, but that was not your real feeling. There's a difference between your words and your feeling. That's insincere. Exactly the meaning. Exact same situation. Okay, and you still don't like this guy very much? What's your current feeling? Current. What's your feeling? Okay, all right. It's sad to hear, but it happens. Okay. Anyway, that was an excellent report. Thank you. Very good. Okay, so please choose the next team. That's your responsibility.
April. She ignored.
Steve. Can you see his face? Don't you want to see his face?
My partner's job is to take care of children. They are 6 years old. She works in preschool. And she was because 6 years old. They didn't follow her suggestion, and that means they didn't clean up and they didn't arrange their stuff, and she was angry, and she told them, and she suggested clean up loudly and
Just suggest?
But they didn't, and she asked for if you clean up your stuff, she would give a cookie. Then after they clean up their stuff, and they ate cookie.
So happy students, happy teacher?
Maybe.
Okay, wow. So has this ever happened to you, maybe with your own children, or I know some of you are teachers here. What do you do when the students will not listen to you? Did you try a similar method, or do you have any other ideas?
Teachers can give students good point or bad point at school instead of cookies.
A point?
Yes.
Like a gold star, or
No, number.
a number? So it's a competition?
Competition,
Okay, what do you think about that? Okay, this is a classic case of negative reinforcement versus positive reinforcement. Okay, the point and punishment, is that negative reinforcement or positive reinforcement? Punishment system. That's negative reinforcement. That means if their behavior is bad, they will suffer a bad result. Okay, the cookie method, negative or positive? Positive reinforcement, okay? And what this means is good behavior is rewarded. Bad behavior, nothing. Can you see? Negative and positive is not a judgment, I think this is good and this is bad. This means which type of behavior are you responding to? Negative reinforcement, you respond to the bad behavior, but the good behavior, nothing. Positive reinforcement, you respond to the good behavior and ignore the bad behavior. Understand the difference? Okay. Everyone has various methods, so it's up to you. I think you like the cookie method, right? Happy students, happy teacher? Clean room?
Not all for me, but sometimes.
Yeah, it costs a lot of money, right? Yeah. Happy students, but no money. So, okay, now, you might have noticed that Steve used this word preschool. Okay? Now, there are two words, and in Korea, usually I hear this word, kindergarten. Okay? But there is a difference. Anybody know, besides Steve? What is the difference?
Basically, before I enter the elementary school.
And kindergarten?
In Korea, kindergarten is two. So 5, 6, 7. I think before preschool is kindergarten.
This is before preschool? Okay.
Just like
Now, these words are used in some way in Korea. My explanation that I'm giving you now is about American English, okay? And it's also about American education system, okay, because they're connected. Preschool is, as she said, that kind of school that children go to before official school begins. Okay, so I guess you work at 유치원? That's preschool. Okay? Kindergarten is actually the first year of elementary school. It's the first year of elementary school. Kindergarten is a part of elementary school. Okay? When you read about American education, you always see this. K through 12 system. Okay? Because usually it's K through 6. Okay? Or sometimes it's 7 and 8 for middle school and 9, 10, 11, 12 for high school. But kindergarten is actually a part of the elementary school. Okay? So when many teachers in Korea say kindergarten, usually, yeah, that's preschool actually. Okay? But it's confusing because in Korean elementary school, the first grade is first grade. So it's a different system, and I think that's what causes the confusion. Okay, so anyway, if you read articles about kindergarten in American schools, that's what they're talking about. It's the first grade of elementary school. Understand? Clear? Okay. Let's go to one more speaker because we have a few minutes. So Steve, please choose the next victim. Final speaker for today. You can't always get what you want. You know, life is difficult sometimes.
My partner said,
Keep your cool. Keep your cool.
when her daughter was first daughter was three grade in elementary school,
Third grade.
third grade,
Yep.
and found them watching erotic things
Like
on TV.
adult movie?
Very severe erotic. And she was so surprised, and she warned them. If you did again, I would blah blah blah. I cannot remember.
She said that? I can't imagine.
She said her children. She warned her children.
Right, yeah, but she's such a gentle and kind person. I cannot imagine her angry appearance.
So she asked me. She doesn't want to report about it.
Ah, so maybe she's a little angry now because you're talking about it?
That was 10 years ago.
10 years ago,
Not
okay.
now.
Okay.
But the other day, she found them watching the kind of erotic things. Again.
Adult films.
Oh,
Adult films.
And she was shocked, very, very shocked. And she went extreme. And with scissors,
Scissors, yeah. Howie?
Oh, yeah.
Scissors, yeah.
Scissors. And while they were watching TV, cut
The Wire?
the line.
Whoa, so cool.
The blue electricity.
Right, yeah, the plug, the cable.
Spark.
Explosion?
Oh, yeah.
That's a super mom. Yeah.
And after that, she removed the TV set. And now she doesn't have TV at her home for over 10 years.
So, books instead of TV, I guess? Here is Supermom, yes? So, without TV, what does your daughter do? She didn't tell the whole story.
Said me, thank you.
Oh.
Because of that event, I helped me study hard.
Oh. So she understands your action and appreciates your action.
At the time, I was out of my mind.
Schizophrenia? Okay, well that's great. That's a happy ending to the story. Wow, that's great. Okay, very good. Thank you. Okay, that's all for today. So, see you next week. Everybody say bye-bye to the cameraman. Bye-bye.